Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and felt like the world needed a few extra seconds to load? The ceiling looks slightly hazy. The light coming through the curtains feels sharper than it should. You blink a few times. You rub your eyes. Eventually, things settle, but not quite the way they used to. Later that evening, you're driving. Headlights seem brighter. Street signs don't pop the way they once did. Small print demands more patience. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet voice says, "Well, I'm getting older." That explanation is common. It's simple. It's comforting. But it's incomplete because your eyes are not disposable parts that simply wear out. They are living tissue, active, metabolic, responsive tissue. And like every other living system in your body, they depend on nourishment, circulation, oxygen, and repair. The difference is this. Most people never think about what their eyes are doing while they sleep, and that's when the most important work happens. Your eyes are not resting when you are. When you close your eyes at night, your body shifts into restoration mode. Blood pressure adjusts, hormonal signaling changes, cellular repair accelerates, tissues clear out metabolic waste that accumulated during the day. And your eyes, especially your retina, are among the most metabolically active tissues in your entire body. The retina consumes oxygen at a rate comparable to the brain. Its cells, called photoreceptors, are constantly converting light into electrical signals. That process generates oxidative byproducts, tiny molecular fragments that, if not cleared and neutralized, slowly damage delicate structures. During deep sleep, your body works to restore retinal photoreceptors, replenish antioxidant reserves, balance intraocular fluid, regulate microvascular circulation, repair cellular membranes. But here's the part that's often overlooked. Repair requires raw materials. If your bloodstream does not carry sufficient antioxidants, carotenoids, micronutrients, and healthy fats during that nighttime window, the repair process slows. Not dramatically, not overnight, but gradually. And gradual decline is easy to ignore until it isn't. The first signs most people dismiss: morning blur, mild dryness, slight glare sensitivity, difficulty adjusting from bright to dim environments, colors appearing a little less vibrant. These changes rarely feel urgent. They feel subtle, normal, age-related. But aging itself is not the enemy. Unaddressed oxidative stress is, poor circulation is, chronic low-grade inflammation is, and insufficient nighttime nutrient availability is a silent contributor. So instead of beginning with fear or aggressive interventions, I want to begin with a simple, empowering question. What if the hour before bed could become your eye's greatest ally? Why nighttime nutrition matters more than you think. Throughout the day, your eyes are exposed to blue light from screens, UV radiation, environmental pollutants, metabolic stress from blood sugar fluctuations, reduced blink rate, especially during device use. All of this generates oxidative strain. Antioxidants, compounds like lutein, zeaxanthin, anthocyanins, vitamin C, and lycopene help neutralize that strain. But antioxidants are not stored in unlimited quantities. They must be replenished. And timing matters. When you eat nutrient-dense fruit 60 to 90 minutes before sleep, those compounds enter circulation during the very window when retinal repair mechanisms are active. That synchronization is powerful. It means you are not just eating healthy food. You are strategically supporting repair. Let's explore the first 3 fruits that can make a measurable difference when used consistently and intentionally. Number 1, kiwi, small fruit, big retinal defense. Kiwi is easy to underestimate. It's small, unassuming, often overlooked in favor of flashier fruits. But nutritionally, it is extraordinarily dense. Kiwi contains lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin C, polyphenols, fiber for glycemic stability. Lutein and zeaxanthin are carotenoids that accumulate in the macula, the central part of your retina responsible for detailed vision. Think of them as internal light filters. They help absorb harmful, high-energy wavelengths before those wavelengths can damage photoreceptors. But there's another benefit people rarely discuss. Kiwi's antioxidant profile supports the reduction of inflammatory signaling that builds throughout the day. If you've noticed increased glare at night, mild central blur, eye fatigue after screen time, 2 golden kiwis about 1 hour before bed can provide meaningful support. How to maximize absorption. Carotenoids are fat-soluble. That means eating kiwi alone, especially alongside fat-free foods, limits how much your body absorbs. Instead, pair with a small handful of walnuts or almonds, or add a few slices of avocado. Avoid combining with high-calcium dairy at the same time. Calcium can interfere with carotenoid uptake. Wash gently, not aggressively. Many antioxidant compounds are concentrated near the skin. And remember, consistency matters more than quantity. 2. Watermelon. Hydration is vision. Most people never connect hydration to blurry vision, but they should. Your tear film, the thin protective layer coating the surface of your eye, relies on proper fluid balance. Even mild dehydration can increase morning blur, worsen dryness, heighten light sensitivity. Watermelon is approximately 92% water, but that's only part of the story. It also contains lycopene, a powerful antioxidant associated with retinal protection. Lycopene helps neutralize free radicals generated by light exposure. Watermelon also supports nitric oxide production, a molecule that encourages blood vessel relaxation. Better vessel relaxation means improved oxygen delivery to the retina during sleep. That matters because oxygen fuels repair. How to use it. 1 to 2 cups, 30 to 45 minutes before bed. No added salt. Excess sodium can influence fluid retention and eye pressure, and portion control is important. Overeating fruit late at night can spike blood sugar, which interferes with deep sleep cycles, the very cycles during which retinal repair is most active. Hydration is not glamorous, but it is foundational. 3. Black currants, microcirculation support. Your retina is fed by an intricate network of microscopic capillaries. These vessels are fragile, and over time they can become less flexible. Reduced flexibility means less efficient oxygen and nutrient delivery. Black currants are rich in anthocyanins, the deep purple compounds that give them their color. Anthocyanins have been studied for their potential role in supporting microvascular circulation. Improved circulation may help maintain visual field stability, reduce mild night vision discomfort, support oxygen transport to photoreceptors. This is especially relevant if you've noticed difficulty seeing in dim environments, slower adaptation between bright and dark rooms, increased visual fatigue. Practical guidance. If fresh black currants are available, consume a small handful in the evening. If not, a standardized anthocyanin extract can be considered, but quality matters. Pair with healthy fats to improve bioavailability, and avoid mixing with dairy proteins at the same time. The overlooked factor, sleep cycles. Deep sleep is when growth hormone peaks. That hormone plays a role in tissue repair, including ocular tissue, but digestion competes with repair. If you eat heavy, processed, or high-sugar foods immediately before lying down, your body diverts energy toward digestion rather than restoration. That's why timing matters. The sweet spot is 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. This allows nutrients to enter circulation without overwhelming digestion. It supports rather than disrupts deep sleep architecture. And deep sleep is where the magic happens. What this is and what it is not. This is not a cure. It does not replace medical evaluation. If you experience sudden vision loss, flashes of light, severe eye pain, distortion, or waviness, seek medical care immediately. Nutrition supports. It does not substitute emergency care. But here is what it does do. It empowers you. It gives you daily influence over a system most people assume is out of their control. Small, strategic changes, repeated consistently, create measurable outcomes over time. And the eyes respond beautifully to consistency. A new way to think about aging eyes. Aging is inevitable. Decline is not always inevitable. Your body is designed to repair. It simply needs materials. Imagine waking up and noticing less haze, softer light sensitivity, more comfortable reading, greater clarity when shifting from dim to bright spaces. These improvements rarely happen overnight, but they accumulate quietly, just as decline once did. I'm Dr. Emma Collins. And before we continue into the remaining 4 fruits that offer powerful nighttime support, including one that specifically strengthens macular protection, I want you to reflect on something. What's one visual moment you miss? Reading fine print without squinting, recognizing faces from a distance, driving at night without tension. Clarity is not just physical. It's emotional. In the next segment, we'll explore 4 additional fruits, including wild blueberries, dragon fruit, goji berries, and papaya. And we'll talk about the hidden mistakes that reduce nutrient absorption without you even realizing it. Because protecting your vision isn't about fear. It's about daily habits. And your eyes, which serve you every single day, deserve that care. Your eyes are doing some of their most important work while you sleep. They're clearing oxidative waste. They're restoring photoreceptors. They're recalibrating fluid balance. They're depending on circulation to deliver oxygen and nutrients at precisely the right time. And we explored 3 fruits, kiwi, watermelon, and black currants, that can support that nighttime repair window. Now let's continue. Because there are 4 more fruits that deserve your attention, especially if your concerns center around central vision clarity, night glare, contrast sensitivity, slow light adaptation, macular support. But before we dive into them, I want you to understand something fundamental. The macula, the center of your retina, is responsible for the sharpest, most detailed part of your vision, reading, recognizing faces, threading a needle, seeing fine textures. When people say, I can see, but things just aren't as sharp, the macula is often involved. And the macula is highly sensitive to oxidative stress, which means protecting it is not optional. It's essential. 4. Wild blueberries, cellular defense for light-sensitive tissue. Not all blueberries are created equal. Wild blueberries, the smaller, darker variety, contain significantly higher concentrations of anthocyanins compared to cultivated varieties. Anthocyanins are pigments that give berries their deep blue and purple color, but they are more than pigments. They are cellular defenders. Inside your retina, photoreceptors are constantly bombarded with light energy. That light energy generates reactive oxygen species, unstable molecules that damage cellular membranes if not neutralized. Anthocyanins help reduce that oxidative burden. If you've noticed, increased glare sensitivity, difficulty driving at night, slow adaptation between bright sunlight and dim rooms, fading contrast, this is highly relevant. Photoreceptor resilience matters. Why evening timing helps. During deep sleep, your retina increases its repair activity. Antioxidants circulating in your bloodstream during that window help buffer oxidative damage. About 1/3 cup of wild blueberries, slightly thawed if frozen, 45 to 60 minutes before bed is sufficient. Avoid mixing with milk or yogurt at the same time. Certain proteins can bind to polyphenols and reduce their bioavailability. Instead, pair with a few pecans or a teaspoon of ground flaxseed. And remember, moderation supports sleep stability. Excess sugar late at night disrupts deep sleep cycles. Deep sleep equals repair. Repair equals resilience. 5. Dragon fruit, vascular oxygen support. Red-fleshed dragon fruit is visually striking, but its benefit goes deeper than aesthetics. It contains betalains, antioxidant compounds that support vascular health. Your retina depends on a fine network of capillaries. Even small changes in vessel flexibility can influence oxygen delivery, and oxygen fuels tissue repair. Dragon fruit also supports nitric oxide balance, a molecule that encourages blood vessel relaxation and improved circulation. If you experience mild morning fogginess, dull color perception, eye fatigue despite adequate rest, circulation may be playing a role. Half a red dragon fruit in the evening is more than enough. Chew the seeds. They contain small amounts of omega fatty acids that contribute to nerve membrane integrity. And avoid combining it with heavy meals. A lighter digestive load supports better absorption and better sleep. 6. Goji berries, a macular shield. Goji berries have been used traditionally for centuries, but modern research has drawn attention to one particular compound they contain in abundance: zeaxanthin. Zeaxanthin accumulates in the macula, specifically in the fovea, the very center responsible for crisp detail. It functions as an internal light filter and antioxidant shield. If you find yourself holding reading material farther away, struggling with fine print, noticing subtle distortion or waviness, feeling eye fatigue during detailed tasks, supporting macular pigment density becomes a priority. 2 tablespoons of dried goji berries soaked in warm water for 10 minutes before consumption can enhance digestibility and absorption. Pair them with a small amount of healthy fat, perhaps a few pumpkin seeds or sliced almonds. Consistency matters more than intensity. It's not about taking large amounts occasionally. It's about modest support regularly. 7. Papaya, antioxidant and enzyme support. Papaya is often associated with digestion, but its role extends beyond that. It contains vitamin C, beta-carotene, lycopene, papain, a natural enzyme. Oxidative stress contributes to lens clouding over time. Supporting antioxidant intake helps reduce that cumulative burden. 1 cup of fresh, room temperature papaya about an hour before bed can provide a gentle, supportive boost. Avoid consuming it ice cold. Enzymatic activity is strongest at moderate temperatures. A squeeze of lime can enhance vitamin C synergy. And once again, portion control supports sleep. Sleep supports repair. Repair supports clarity. Now let's talk about what most people get wrong. Because it's not just about what you eat. It's about how and when. Mistake 1, eating too close to bedtime. Digestion is energy intensive. If you eat right before lying down, your body prioritizes digestion over tissue repair. Ideal timing, 60 to 90 minutes before sleep. This allows nutrients to enter circulation without disrupting deep sleep cycles. Mistake 2, combining with high calcium foods. Carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin compete with certain minerals for absorption. Eating fruit alongside large amounts of dairy may reduce uptake. Keep your fruit window simple. Fruit plus small healthy fat. That's enough. Mistake 3, skipping healthy fat. Carotenoids are fat-soluble. Without fat, absorption efficiency decreases significantly. A few nuts, a slice of avocado, a teaspoon of seeds, that small addition can make a meaningful difference. Mistake 4, overeating. More is not better. Excess fructose late at night can elevate blood sugar, disrupt sleep architecture, and increase systemic inflammation. Inflammation is not a friend to retinal tissue. Moderation protects both sleep and vision. The bigger picture, daily accumulation. Vision decline rarely happens dramatically. It happens subtly. Tiny oxidative insults accumulate. Minor circulatory inefficiencies compound. Small nutrient gaps widen. But here's the empowering truth. Improvement also accumulates. Small protective habits compound in your favor. When you consistently provide antioxidant support, circulatory support, hydration, macular carotenoids, proper timing, you give your eyes the raw materials they need. And while no fruit can cure disease, consistent nourishment creates a more resilient environment. A clear medical reminder. Nutritional strategies are supportive, not replacements for professional care. Seek immediate medical evaluation if you experience sudden vision loss, new floaters or flashing lights, curtain-like shadows, severe eye pain, distorted straight lines. These require urgent attention. But for gradual changes, the kind most people attribute to just aging, lifestyle support can play a powerful role. Imagine the difference. Imagine waking up and noticing less haze, more comfortable light exposure, clearer contrast when stepping outside, less strain reading fine print. These are not fantasies. They are the natural outcome of consistent support. Your eyes are living tissue. They respond to what you give them. A simple evening blueprint. If you wanted a rotation plan, it could look like this. Monday, kiwi plus almonds. Tuesday, wild blueberries plus flaxseed. Wednesday, goji berries plus pumpkin seeds. Thursday, papaya plus a few walnuts. Friday, dragon fruit plus avocado slice. Saturday, watermelon, early evening. Sunday, black currants plus pecans. Not excessive, not complicated, just intentional. I'm Dr. Emma Collins. If this conversation shifted the way you think about your eyesight, I want you to reflect on something personal. What would it mean to you to see clearly again? To read comfortably? To drive confidently at night? To recognize faces from across a room without hesitation? Vision is not just visual, it's emotional, it's independence, it's connection. And protecting it doesn't begin with fear, it begins with daily habits. Your eyes have served you faithfully for decades. Tonight, you have the opportunity to serve them back.